This is Alex's idea of shooting.
Waiting's no good for me, but it seems to be around.
Oh shoot, I left my pad paper over there.
Go get your paper, because we can't do this without it.
In case you didn't know, which you probably don't know, because I've never revealed it before today. I can't seem to function in front of the camera unless I have like notes of what we're gonna talk about.
Very true.
Because then I'm left with no words in my word bank. I sit here and go, yep, yeah, that sounds good. And then I'll think of one random question, it'll be good. It'll get him starting on a tangent, and then he'll fire something back at me, or he'll wait for me to ask another question, and then I'll be like, insert awkward music there.
The world is safe now. We have our notebook, and we're ready to go. So what are we talking about?
So we're gonna kind of talk about our week. Unfortunately, like...
Do you want me to draw you a picture of our week?
Okay.
That was good.
This is probably more accurate.
good.
Mine was probably more like this. I feel like we had very different feelings about this week.
Alright, start from the top. Sunday. What happened Sunday, actually?
We posted building a brand, I think.
I think we just did a lot of content work on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, did a lot of content work. We actually killed it.
Church. Yeah.
We killed it this week with content. Like, we had a lot go up. We had like I think there was 12 pictures on our Instagram that went up.
Yeah, because you had a lot of other people wearing our clothes.
Yeah, that was cool because typically we have like 2 pictures a week. So that was awesome. I want to carry that over into this week. And we're going to add some more. I'd like to keep adding more to the Instagram this week. So we're going to see what we can do Instagram wise this week. I still have to plan out the content for the rest of this week. So that was Sunday.
And then Monday we actually printed the guys' shirts, which we printed the backs, right?
Yeah, so the guys' tanks are like 100% done now.
Yeah, because I think last week we printed the fronts.
Yes.
Or...
Insert clips of the footage of the guys' tanks?
Yeah, if we have some.
Of course we have some. We just did that.
Well, I thought you said that you lost it all.
No, that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Insert now.
So we got...
You gotta give it a second, because then I gotta cut it. Uncut it. You need to cut it.
Oh wait,
Cut it.
uncut it.
Cut it.
It seems to help me write my little songs. I give you love like a giving tree.
So Monday we got the backs of the guys' tanks printed, and that actually went really well.
Did go really well.
It's a really small, like, basically logo compared to everything else that we've printed so far, and so I was honestly a little nervous about how that would print, but
it turned out really well.
Yeah, they all turned out really well.
We also put it in a different spot. We put it down like the hip, around the hip of the guys. I've never really seen a print there before, but I thought that was an interesting place to put it. My initial thought was to do what we always do, which was center it up on the back, but she convinced me otherwise, and I think it turned out really well.
Yeah, I mean, we even, like, when we were talking about how we were going to set it up, we even talked about it right before we printed it in that spot, about switching it up, just making sure we knew where we wanted it, and we still ended up going with that spot. And I think it looks cool. Like, it's not like boom in your face, but it's something that, like, you're not going to see every day, so it does kind of catch your eye.
It's very subtle.
So those turned out really well.
And I really love the military green color that we used.
Yep, the military green with the black is awesome. I actually tried one on.
Yeah.
And, like, it doesn't fit bad. It's a little bit deep in the arms just because it is cut for a guy. But
for women, that is.
Yeah, so for women, it's a little bit low on the arm, but, like, if you're going to wear a cutoff and you're going to cut it that long anyways, you probably wouldn't mind.
For guys, I think they fit great for me.
Yeah.
Mine fit just fine. Now, women's tank, I haven't tried those on. I'm gonna assume they don't fit dudes, but
probably don't. Don't go there.
If you're so inclined.
Okay, so then Wednesday no, we're on Tuesday.
We're on Tuesday. Tuesday was the first
yeah.
spike. You know, it really wasn't a spike in the downward position. This is kind of what, going into this week, we talked about doing the podcast last week. I'm not gonna lie, coming into this week, I had this much of an idea of what we were gonna do a podcast on. I had no idea whatsoever.
And I thought he was spinning on like ideas all week of what we were gonna talk about, because we had like made this huge list of all this stuff that we could potentially talk about, and then in my head it went, okay, huge list. Next day we're gonna refine that list, write out basically ideas of what we were gonna talk about, so we had like good talking points, and then the next day we were gonna like record it. And it gets to be Thursday, and he's like, so we're gonna do this podcast? And I was like, wait, what? Oh, what? What are we talking about? Okay, I guess we're doing it. We're doing it. And then we ended up doing it, and if you listened to it, I probably didn't talk very much.
Oh, that's okay. But the whole thing that this is, oh my goodness, this is
sporadic and all over the
this
place.
this is like what happens during the week, and I just said this is like what, like 4 times.
It's okay, don't listen too closely on the podcast. I said like.
Okay, first downward spike. I talked about, I don't know what kind of are you reeling it back in? Tuesday. Oh my gosh, we're only on Tuesday. First downward spike. Whatever compelled me, I was just, and I've had these thoughts for a while about all this fear. And if you want, the whole spiel of this is on the podcast that we uploaded. Doing whatever in your normal life, and you have fear, don't feel like that there's something wrong with you. Because I'm telling you right now that I have it. And I feel like everyone should have it to an extent. So I had like this, for whatever reason, I had just everything built up inside of me of what I was just terrified of, and that really hit me hard Tuesday. And for what, I don't use my personal Facebook at all, but for whatever reason I felt it necessary to go post all of my fears on there, which part of me felt relieved that I did that, and the other part of me was like, wow, you are insane for doing this, because your boss is going to see this, your coworkers, your friends, your family, like everyone is going to see this kind of thing. But I honestly felt good. If you want to get the whole rundown of what my biggest fear is, and what we're doing about it, go check the podcast out. That was Tuesday.
Yeah, my mind frame Tuesday through Wednesday, I kind of didn't know what he was actually accomplishing, because my brain was still spinning on everything. I'm just saying, we were on like completely different wavelengths with everything like he dumped emotionally. And so I think this week, this is why we had to go back and write this out for me, because I literally couldn't remember Tuesday or Wednesday what happened. I don't even remember what hours I worked. So
and I got stuff done. We got stuff done Tuesday and Wednesday. We ran some more Facebook ads I guess today one started today, but we ran one last week as well. So I got pictures edited for that. We got some other, so like we got some smaller stuff done, but it wasn't anything earth shattering. It was still just like the normal day in, day out stuff that we typically do.
Right.
So there's Tuesday, Wednesday.
And then Thursday we did record the podcast.
Yeah, Thursday we physically recorded the podcast.
Yep.
Which had a weird cadence to it, I think. I think we still need to refine how we're going to do it, and I'd really like to keep on doing them. But I think, we've got to I think we need to write down some more topics like this. I like what we're doing right now, because I feel like our personalities are coming out a lot more now.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like the podcast was staged, or it was such a serious topic for our very first one that it was like...
I feel like it was really serious, and it was completely different than what I thought we were gonna go with it.
Yeah.
So
we're working out the little kinks in the podcast. But I'm happy with the first one. First one went really well. It was 17 minutes, I think, which was, I was hoping for like double that time, but I think we got a lot accomplished in 17 minutes. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, so then Friday, while I was at work, he printed the backs of the women's shirts. Insert women clip.
You and my melodies to try and bring you back where you belong, but it's just an issue of timing when we're patiently dying. Or maybe I'm just lying to myself. But
got that done. We're waiting on transparency.
Yeah, the women's tanks are killing me. Not the actual tank. This design is going on the women's tank. And what's killing me is these little tiny lines on like the X and the N and the little parts on the S. They are such fine detail, and we don't have high enough equipment yet to burn that deep a detail.
Yeah. That
the screens are killing us. So we've tried making the screen once. It didn't get enough detail on it, so we cleared it out. We burned it again. We exposed it for a longer time, hoping that longer exposure time would lend more detail. And if anything, it made it worse.
Yeah.
So basically we had to go redo the design and basically beef up those letters just a little bit. So they've got a little bit more meat on them, and
we didn't even change it that much. Like, honestly, I compared like 4 different texts, and the one that we went with looks really similar to that one. It's just got a little bit more of a thickness to the letters that actually is going to work out better.
Yes.
We hope. So
it's basically taking. It's almost like you've got a text and you put the text in bold. Mm-hmm. Is pretty much the only difference between the two.
It wasn't that different at all. So
hopefully we get those transparencies in this week, and hopefully I can finish with the women's tanks, because it's not going to take a long time to print them. Mm-hmm. This whole process of every screen messing up on us is what's killing me right now.
Yeah.
Because when one messes up, we have to basically wipe it and start anew, and that whole process is like a 3 or 4 day process, just because we don't have. I mean, we're working out of an apartment. We don't have the high-end equipment. We've got to do everything kind of the long by hand way, which is okay, but it just takes longer.
Right. So we'll hopefully get those done. Yesterday was sort of a research day for you.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We talked today about how to be better, because right now we're kind of playing catch up.
Clearly.
I don't really know why, but we didn't get a lot of footage this week. I think.
And by not a lot of footage, she means a minute and 30 seconds.
30 seconds of footage that you didn't even want to use.
That we're not using.
So that's why we recorded some of those tanks, and then we're doing this. So we talked about it today, and you write out like a big.
Yeah, so like when
content plan.
So I plan out how I'm going to distribute all of our content for the week. I explain. I'm going to make this piece, like this, take this video for example. We're going to make this building a brand, and I'm going to share this to Facebook, I'm going to share this to Twitter, here's da-da-da-da-da, here's how I'm going to distribute it, kind of thing. And I do that for every single piece of content that we create. And basically, oh gosh. And basically what we're going to do is do the same thing with our week. So we're going to start with, here's our list, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and basically go down of what we want to accomplish and record in each day. Mm-hmm. So that way, because what I find myself doing is I just start doing things.
Yeah.
So like I'll start printing and be like, oh yeah, I should have probably recorded this.
Yeah, and it's helpful like if I'm around. So on Friday when you actually printed the women's tanks, I wasn't here, and most of the time I would have picked up the camera.
I do have footage of that.
Nice.
Put it in. Boop.
See us forever doing nothing together. We probably could've loved properly if our pops got a mom's a ring. My mom got my papa's son, a brother sprung off of his offspring, screaming at the top of lungs, Tiara. The Cino's mama's while it sings a song not often sung. We talk of things that we don't know, ludicrous dreams of falling in love, till it's not you, it's me's a falling off of your tongue. It's all good.
Most of the time I would have picked up the camera and he'd have at least something, like at least a couple minutes of something to work with. But so we're going to try and make sure that we highlight, like, so if he's got like 5 different things that he's got to get done for the night, that he has at least 2 or 3 of those things that he's going to make sure he films, even if I'm not here.
Agreed.
If I am here, he can ask me to do it, that's fine.
Becomes
or I
easier.
will just do it. It just becomes something that he doesn't have to think about. But we're going to try and make sure that that's like a priority, so that way we're not running into the end of the week not having footage.
Bam. I think that's everything on your list, isn't it?
other than we wanted to try practice printing.
Yeah, we might practice some today. We gotta see where we're at though, because I know this is gonna take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
To edit this all up.
Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, like, we have a bunch of different inks that you used on the first release,
That
or
aren't
that we just have.
Yeah, they're not that high quality.
But I mean,
But they work for a practice kit.
Yeah, and we want to make sure that we're continuing to make our prints better
Word.
and figuring out the off contact and all those kind of issues, so that they don't take as long to figure out when we're dealing with them.
Good vocab.
Thank
Off
you.
contact. Nice.
So yeah, we're probably gonna dabble with that. We might throw some footage of that in there if we get any. Not in this video necessarily, but maybe future videos. Yeah. Okay.
Word. I think we're good. You got anything else?
Throw some more of my reeling it in. I feel like we should have a video montage of me reeling it in.
Woosa.
Alright, so.
You got anything else? I don't have anything else.
That's it. You're gonna do YouTube comments.
Yeah.
And
that's
plan out your
today.
week.
Yes. We gotta go do laundry. Laundry time!
Cause baby, I've been on my own. Nothing but a swisher sweet to keep me in my zone. So in the interest of time.